All right, you beautiful lot. So this is my 40 years of Live Aid. So I just want, I'm going to talk about what Live Aid meant to me as well, but I just want to thank some of the amazing people. So the amazing Scott Lawrence, the amazing Corey, the amazing Choose 80s girls, the amazing Karen and Lee and Kazi for absolutely coming on and smashing it for me. Joining me for a live chat about 40 years of Live Aid and what it meant to them. And for me, it was just great to hear different people's different views of what Live Aid meant to them. So please, thank you so much, every single one of you. You're an absolutely amazing bunch of human beings. You're brilliant. You tell them, George. Right, so what I want to say, I'm going to tell you what I thought. So when I remember Live Aid as if it was yesterday. I've watched it a million times, as probably a lot of you have, but I remember it being absolutely baking that day. And the next door but one neighbour, a lady called Di, had got a massive barbecue going in her back garden, and we was all around there, in and out of people's houses. I put a VHS for people that are a bit too young, a VHS recorder in, and recorded the whole lot. So I just left it running. I had to run back. So I think they were about 8 hours. Yes, we used to get 8 hours, people. We used to get 8 hours worth of video cassette. I remember going back halfway and putting a new one in and recording it, because obviously don't have the stuff now. But I remember it being really hot, and I remember just being mesmerised by watching some of the amazing talent that we had in the 80s, from Status Quo, opening it up. Status Quo, I know there was other bands before, but Status Quo were absolutely brilliant. And then we had like the Jam, and then we had like Duran Duran. We had, to be honest, we had so many massive artists. George Michael. We all know what George Michael is to me. He's an absolute idol. We just had loads. Sade was brilliant as well. She wore that sleek back hair like no one else ever could, and she just smashed it. And we also had Salt and Pepper. We had to be honest, there was loads of 80s stuff, and I just remember watching it in awe. It was red hot, and we were sitting in. We had it in the door. We had all the doors open, and I remember watching to be honest, I was in and out just drinking loads of pop and eating loads of. I was only young, so I was probably twitching like on all the numbers. But then I remember, obviously, when Queen come on, you can't forget Queen. Queen's was just absolutely iconic. And I've said to people, if you've noticed that it was the icon, and I just wanted other people's views on it. But for me, Queen's was iconic, as well as, so were all the others. To be honest, every single one. Madonna wasn't the icon that she is now, but Madonna was like absolutely brilliant, and they was from Philadelphia, wasn't there, and they were just smashing it over there. It was absolutely brilliant. I know Phil Collins did some stuff here and then flew on Concorde, don't have that anymore, ladies and gentlemen, and flew over there and played a set over there. So you just wouldn't, that sort of stuff in the 80s, you would never be able to do that anymore, because you just wouldn't have the well, you wouldn't need to if you do it like this, can't you? So, but yeah, but for in the 80s, the Live Aid meant so much to so many people. And I think watching it and watching all these artists get together and just do something for other people, you know what I mean? It wasn't, I mean, we can't forget what it was for. But just what an amazing show. And how has it become 40 years? I still feel 25 inside my head. I may look at least 32, but I still feel like that young 14-year-old when I watch things like the Queen or the George Michael stuff or the Duran Duran or the Wham or whatever I watched from that Live Aid just takes you straight back. And that's what I love about the 80s. And this is probably why I'm a little bit obsessed with it, because for me, it's the only decade that actually I can hear anything and it just throws me straight back to that era, that decade. And I absolutely brilliant. So this is me just thanking every single one of you that have come on, had a chat. I know some people, I know that the reason I'm only doing a week's worth, I wanted to do 2 weeks worth because I know people don't like talking like this on video. So I get that. So I've just done a week. So I'm doing Monday to Friday, and this will be the Friday one. Mine will be. So don't forget there are other people before. So if you've just tuned in and heard my big gob, don't forget there's other people that have started on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday up to the day. This will be going on the Friday. So please, thank you ever so much, and have a great day, you beautiful human beings. And as Mr. George says, he's not saying anything now. It's the only time he shuts his mouth. So have a great day. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for being the amazing people you are. And have an amazing day, you beautiful humans.